It's been a massive goal for us to transition our manufacturing capabilities over to becoming biocomposite, and that means that materials that are grown and not mined. Looking at plant-based, recycled and natural raw materials in order to build all of our products. We've done a huge amount of research into this, and in a way for us to be as transparent as possible so that everybody knows where we're at, so they're not greenwashing at all. We wanted to go through it all and all the different companies that are actually doing incredible things around biocomposites. So Colin Australia, they manufacture a lot of different fibres, aramid fibres, natural fibres, as well as carbon fibre and glass fibre. But they're doing incredible things around recycled PET and natural fibres. This one here is a recycled PET fibre. It's a really, really good weave. It's a little bit thin, so we want to try and do some testing on that, maybe around our lighter laminates and stuff, maybe our initial laminates that'll go around a lot of the corners and things like that. So we're thinking that that's going to be really, really cool. We've also got this flax fibre, which is the same thickness, but it's 100% flax. So a natural material as part of the fibre matrix of our products. And over here, with the legends of Gurit, they're bringing forth some really cool things around recycled PET foams, but also the flax-based fibres. So this is a flax-based biaxial fibre, and this is a little bit of a heavier weave, something that we think we're going to get a lot more tensile strength and a lot more rigidity out of this type of weave. So using these types of fabrics to be able to achieve more high tensile, more strength, more rigidity, but also keep that weight down as well is what we're looking to try and achieve. So that's our fibre matrix. Now we're moving on to something that I'm really excited about, and this is the epoxy resin from the legends at Bioxy and Change Climate. Now this epoxy resin is derived from algae. So they're using the glycerin and stuff that they're making a lot of biodiesel for the mining industries. As a byproduct from algae, they're making this brand new epoxy down in South Australia. So nice and locally made. And I'm extremely excited to sink our teeth into this. Now this is a non-toxic material, which is with no biphenyls. That is, I think it's a world first for epoxies, because when it comes to epoxy resins and that sort of stuff in the industry, notoriously can be quite toxic long term. So to have a non-toxic option is extremely, extremely exciting. Now with our resins and fibres and everything making up the structure of our products, this is significantly more expensive than what we're paying for right now. And we don't actually know whether or not this is going to be commercially viable, but the idea is to bring these products and to test them to make sure that they're actually going to work for everything that we do. But another really cool and exciting product that we're looking for as well, to really align with our goals to use more recycled materials, product called Envirospheres. Now this is a ceramic powder that we add to the resin to give us a higher yield with our resins, and that's really important when you're paying the amount of money that you're paying for epoxies, but gives us a better rigidity as well. But this product's actually made entirely out of the byproduct of coal-fired power stations. So it's fly ash that they get from coal-fired power stations. Technically would go into landfill, but they're repurposing this product and making it into an awesome additive that we can put into the resins and get a much stronger, much lighter and much more efficient part. And it's really cool to be able to see how these work as well. Moving on to our core materials. Generally we use a lot of Coremat to stiffen up a lot of parts when we want a little bit more stiffness in certain areas. But now we're looking at this recycled PET foam. This is a product that we've used in the past on our boat when we when we built the boat for the Vanuatu school bus project. We use a lot of this type of product, this recycled PET foam, but this is a little bit thinner. So we've actually got a 5mm foam sheet to be able to give us a lot more rigidity and a low absorption rate. So this again really, really important when you're using epoxy resins. We want a little bit lower absorption rate into this and get good coverage, but get really good rigidity out of this. this. When it comes to solvents and things like that, we generally use a lot of acetone. Now, acetone is really good at dealing with a lot of the different gel coats and resins and cleaning that off as a solvent. And it's very, very good. However, it is quite flammable. So looking at other alternatives to be able to clean a lot of our brushes or trying to clean a lot of our molds and parts so that we're not using a highly flammable toxic material like acetone, we're looking to another product called ProSolve. There's a company called PRP. And they're based down in Victoria, but they have made a non-flammable, slow sort of acetone replacement. This is a really, really cool product. We're still getting I don't know if we're getting exactly the results we want out of this just yet, but it's really cool to see that these companies here are moving in this direction. Moving forward, we're really, really excited to sink our teeth into using these types of materials to make sure they're going to be fit for purpose to build the types of products that we build. We have designed a lot of our fans out of predominantly composites because we knew that plant-based materials was something that was achievable, but at the time was a little bit out of the price range and not quite commercially viable. We are starting to see a big shift in the industry now, and we want to make sure that we are transitioning towards becoming a biocomposites manufacturer and looking towards using more natural and recycle-based materials.